Hi everyone, welcome to this presentation. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the past continuous. What is the past continuous? How do we use it? And when do we use it? And then we're going to do an activity to practice using the past continuous with the past simple. Okay, so past continuous, when do we use it? So we use a past continuous when we're describing situations in the past, giving context. Yeah. So you're describing a scenario, a situation in the past and giving context. It was raining. I was watching television. The sun was shining. Many people were waiting for the bus. The boys were playing football. The birds were singing, whatever. Yeah? So here we're giving information, describing a situation in the past. We can say we're setting the scene. So we also often use past continuous when we're describing something which is happening before and after a different action. Okay? So we give the context in past continuous, and then there's an action, something happens in past simple. For example, I was watching television when my mum arrived home. So I was watching, past continuous, giving context. I was watching, and my mum arrived home, past simple. So with I was watching, we're describing, giving the context, and then the action happens, which is my mum arrived home. So past continuous, and then past simple. So how do we use past continuous? Past continuous is made from the past tense of the verb to be and the ing form of the verb. So of course, it's very simple. It's I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, we were, you were, they were, plus ing form of the verb. Working, playing, living, talking, whatever. So I was working, you were playing, she was living, they were talking. So let's look at an activity. You can have 9 sentences, okay? So one verb, in each sentence there's 2 verbs. One verb is in the past continuous, and one verb is the action in the past simple. So we saw the example before. I was watching television when my mum arrived. So I was watching, past continuous. My mum arrived, past simple. We're doing the same thing here, okay? So for example, number 1, I something down the street when I something my friend Alejandro. I was walking down the street, past continuous, when I saw my friend Alejandro. Okay, so in each sentence, one verb in past continuous and one verb in past simple. You've got 10 minutes to do this activity. So if you pause the video, do the activity, and then we'll look at the answers. Okay, let's look at the answers to that activity then. So we did the first one already together. I was walking down the street when I saw my friend Alejandro. So I was walking, past continuous, giving the context, and I saw my friend Alejandro, the action, I saw him. The past simple of to see, of course. She was studying at university when she met her boyfriend. We were eating in a restaurant when we heard about the news. So giving context again, we were eating at the restaurant and we heard about the news. We found out about the news or discovered the news. I first, see this one is a bit swapped around. I first played Tejo while I was living in Colombia. Okay, so I was living in Colombia and then I played Tejo. So the action is playing Tejo and the context, living in Colombia. Number 5, when they arrived, it was still raining, or it was raining still, you could say. It's more common to put this adverb, still, in between to be and the ing. It was still raining. So they arrived, action, and it was still raining. It was raining before they arrived, and it was raining after they arrived. So it was raining the whole time. He was reading a book when his mother called. This is a bit like the example we saw. I was watching television when my mother arrived. Number 7, negative. So you weren't paying attention when you crashed your bike. So you were cycling on your bike, you weren't paying attention, you weren't looking at the road, and then you crashed. So the crash is the action, and that whole time you weren't paying attention. Number 8, negative again. You weren't feeling well when they visited. So they visited, that's the action. And before that and after that, you weren't feeling well. That's the context. Okay, number 9, the last one, is a question. So we have to change the order, of course. Were you, not you were, but were you watching television when I arrived? So there, just as a question, we'll see we have to change around the order of the words. Okay, well, great work, guys. Thanks for listening to this presentation and have a great day. Bye-bye.